right. Hello, friends. Welcome back to another episode of Double Cross, episode 24. I'm your host, Dan, at 2 inches short from the internet. This is my co-host, Dave, at Golf and Jokes, also from the internet. Don't follow us on social. Get on it. Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, always rolling, always growing the account. We're available on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, anywhere podcasts are sold. Thank you again every week to all of you who left us some positive feedback. Subscribe, helps us keep it going. So we appreciate it. Keep it rolling. If you want to support us, please do. All you got to do is hit like one button, and we would appreciate it. Dave, let's check in with you, man. How's your week going? How have you been? Good weekend? What's up?
Week was good. Week is good, man. Finally, now that golf took a week off, even though it's back next week. At least football started back up for me.
Well, I was gonna say football season, football baby, NFL,
which was good. I'm, for any degenerate gamblers, I'm sure they're happy. Mind you, my team, which is Green Bay Packers, shit the bed yesterday, so obviously not feeling too good about that. But it's only week one, and 16 more to go since they lengthened the season this year.
Yeah, plenty of time. They did not look good though, dude. And Aaron Rodgers looked ridiculous terrible in his post round interview, right?
Yeah.
It
wasn't
it's
good.
One game. It's football.
One game.
They're gonna get better.
Yeah. If they lose to Detroit this week, 11-point favorite at home, then yeah, they're dead. There's no coming back from that. But we'll see.
Even if it's one of the best quarterbacks in the league, and you picked a good.
Yeah, I'm not too worried. I think they'll turn it around.
Yeah. Well, if it makes you feel any better, my Giants got shellacked by the Denver Broncos.
Yeah, so. I love Denver in that game. So.
Yeah,
which is weird, eh? For you, you should be rooting for both teams.
Well, I at heart, I'm a Giants fan, right? But it's nice to cheer for a different team when not in the same conference.
Have you ever been to Mile High Stadium?
No, I have not been to Mile High in Power Field. I have been to a Rockies game, but I have not been to a Broncos game. I have had an opportunity with the old Meadowlands before MetLife Stadium. That was a raucous crowd in New Jersey for Giants games. But yeah, man, football's back. That's cool.
Yeah, I'm pumped. Pretty much every Monday, Thursday, Sunday, Saturday, college, I'm pretty much glued. So
yeah, you watch college football?
I like watching college more than NFL, to be quite honest.
Oh wow. Interesting. Nice. Yeah. I'm just waiting for college basketball season. Whatever.
College basketball, I don't watch too much during the season. I usually wait till March Madness and then I get heavy into it. But yeah.
Again, went to a basketball school. That's basically why I like it. Yeah, dude, NFL back. PGA Tour season starts this week.
Yeah, they had such a long off season, a week.
2 weeks maybe, right? Before we get into it, just want to give a quick shout out to all those greenskeepers out there right now, aerating their golf courses, getting it ready, post summer, easing into fall. Out there, I know we aerated our golf courses these past 2 days. It's a
golfer's worst nightmare.
It's a golfer's worst nightmare. They'll be back.
You got to do it. You got to do it.
We're gonna have 2 weeks. Well, if you want good greens, that's what you got to do. It's it's part of the process. You got to trust the process. So anyways, to all those supers and people who, if you don't know anything about what goes into keeping a golf course the way it looks, this is part of it. So when you get to the course and the greens are punched, probably should ask. General PSA: ask before you book a tee time. Just so when you show up to the course. I had a guy ask me, is every green like the putting green? I'm like, yeah, dude. Sorry, bro. I was come on. So, they'll be back in 2 weeks. It'll be back and rolling. Whatever. But yeah, just wanted to mention how important it is, part of the process, It is grass, man.
Now, question
and it gets
is,
beat to shit during the year.
do
too,
you
right?
need to? I guess it's probably still the question, but you need to aerate them in all climates, even warm, hot climates. Do you need to aerate as often or at all?
As just for my own general knowledge, I mean, I just know we definitely do it. I used to live in New York and play.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
really
usually start of the season and end of the season, right? But like when you're in like say a hot weather climate when there is no seasons, basically.
I don't know. I'm not sure. I mean, I think I'm pretty sure they still have to do something because you can't just take all that stress. So I don't know. Maybe I'll try to get some info on that. That's interesting. Because when we were playing golf, we are playing on a golf course and someone's taking care of that thing. So just wanted to say that out there. Don't hate on the aerating greens. I know it sucks. Get through it. It's part of it. Dave, the PGA Tour is back after a week and a half, 2 weeks? I don't even know. Quite an off season.
Yeah.
Didn't really have much time to recharge the batteries. We get right into what is it? The Fortnite Championship this week. But before we get into that, we are going to talk about some things that happened on the PGA Tour, which, well, shit's going down on the PGA Tour. We had some Player of the Year announcements, some Rookie of the Year. Oh, we had more Bryson bullshit, more Brooks bullshit. Oh God, we are. Oh, we got Ryder Cup teams are set, and we're gonna get into a preview. Probably not this episode, but we're definitely gonna be talking about who is on the teams. And so let's just get right into. Let's right off the top, Dave. Player of the Year was announced on Tuesday today, right? Player of the Year was announced. Patrick Cantlay wins Player of the Year. Peer vote, what is it? Tour vote, peer votes, whatever. Yep. Out duels, I guess, Jon Rahm, who seemed to have been the actual winner of Player of the Year because he finished better more times, played more consistently. And really, this guy just won the FedEx Cup. And good for Patrick Cantlay for winning. It's a hell of a year. Quite a comeback from, broken back. His whole story. It's a tremendous accomplishment. We're not taking anything away from it. It's just like, who are the peers that are voting?
Yeah, I mean, do I agree with Cantlay winning Player of the Year? Definitely not. Even Brandel tweeted, he's like, sometimes they get it wrong. This is one of those times. Rahm was the best player in 2021. And you look at the stats and it clearly shows Rahm was the best player. Look at all the majors. Rahm destroys Cantlay in those finishes, plus he won a major. In all the stats, he pretty much beats Rahm in every stat. Rahm has 1 win and Cantlay has 4 wins, but two of those wins should have been Rahm's. So
he would have had 3 too, right?
You're pretty much everyone's only argument, is Cantlay has 4 wins. Okay, he has 4 wins on paper, but really 2 of them should have been Rahm's, and Rahm hasn't beaten every other category. So it's definitely Rahm.
Yeah, dude, I mean, I'm right there with you. I don't understand how. This is what they say. And
to me, if players voted it, that's kind of weird,
right? Players voted it, and I mean, I don't know. Is the FedEx Cup deserve all of the prestige to give someone Player of the Year when someone else had obviously a better year?
Yeah.
Or is this just like, the players are going to vote, but the PGA Tour is going to pick whoever they want to pick. So I'm not really sure. Anyone could say they take a vote, whether they take that vote into account as the final results. That's a whole other conversation.
I don't know. Who knows? Yeah, because unless they actually reveal the votes, I don't know. You'll never know, really. But
right, we all know that the PGA Tour keeps things.
Yeah.
In a small.
Yeah, but I mean, circle. It just added to the list of, things Rahm got robbed of this year. Just added.
Rahm won a major too, right? I don't even know if he,
he won. But
Right. So yeah, Rom, congratulations, Rom. Father perspective, birth of his first child, wonderful year. But gotta congratulate Patrick Cantlay, player of the year. You add it to the resume. What a I mean, this guy, he's got some serious chops, and I'm looking forward to seeing what he does in the Ryder Cup, which will be coming up. And then,
you can, and you can guarantee, like I said,
he's ice cold.
The pairing, him and Alexander. I don't know if you saw, they even posted some pics on Instagram recently. Him and Alexander were with their significant other. They were on a getaway, so they're obviously really good friends, and they will be paired together 100%.
Oh, that'll be fun. Yeah. The Ryder Cup too, right? They could be. That's
why I said they will be partners at the Ryder Cup. 1,000%. Yeah.
Got it. Someone who won't be at the Ryder Cup, but had one of the most ridiculous years probably in PGA Tour history, going in terms of status, going from 0 status to winning Rookie of the Year. Will Zalatoris was not even eligible for the FedEx Cup playoffs, even though he was I don't know, top 30. And so he wins Rookie of the Year. This we have zero controversy on, right?
Yeah.
Well deserved. I mean, I don't know, man. He might be a sleeper for the Masters next year, because I believe he will be in the field with the finish that he had, right? That's something that we have talked about. So good for Will Zalatoris. Will be a full-time member next year, wins Rookie of the Year. Who is up running against him, Dave?
I don't even know. I don't even know, to be honest.
So anyways, those are some awards we wanted to quickly talk about on the PGA Tour. Obviously, they're pretty big time. So again, good for them. I guess we got to talk about Ryder Cup teams being set. I want to just run through it real quick, because the Team USA made their 6 picks, and I didn't realize that the European squad team.
They were very boring picks, if you ask me.
The US picks?
US, yeah. I mean, the Europeans were pretty much, you could have guessed those ones, no problem.
Well, so we should say that the picks were who are they? They were the guys, the 2 that were basically weren't locks in our consistent. Yeah, was Berger and Scotty Scheffler.
Or Scheffler, sorry.
Yeah. Scheffler, yeah. Because we said that Xander, Tony. No, Tony wasn't. But yes, Tony. Who was it? It was Tony, Xander, Harris, and Patrick. Patrick qualified automatically.
No. So Patrick, who are we talking about?
Cantlay.
Yeah. He qualified automatic.
Right. So the list was those 4 that we were talking about was that Tony Finau that didn't qualify but were locks, basically.
Yeah.
Got in.
Spieth, Xander, Harris, and Finau.
Oh yeah. I forgot that Spieth was.
Yeah.
I forgot that Spieth didn't qualify for the team automatically.
Yeah.
But yeah, so the 2 that we were talking about, Scotty Scheffler and Daniel Berger. Now we threw out some names, and both of those guys were thrown out, and
both Kevins. I don't know if for me it was both Kevins that never got the nod. Even though I think at least one of them probably should have, just spice up the team a bit.
I don't know. I mean, Scotty Scheffler's
I don't like it. I mean, I don't think they're gonna add anything to the team.
Isn't this his first Ryder Cup also? I believe
so. He was on the President's Cup.
He was on the President's Cup. Yeah.
How do you do over there? I
think he didn't play bad. I think he's pretty good, man.
Did he do well?
And I think I don't know. It's the youngest. I think it's the youngest Ryder Cup team United States has had in history. I think it's an average 29 something years old. So I mean, I think it's good, man. Change it up a little bit. No Patrick Reed.
Yeah, I'm not surprised by that. Just the health status was too much of a concern, I guess, you know. So I'm not surprised by that. And then if you heard the stories afterwards when he's liking all of the tweets that were kind of you know um, being
Was
negative
it he
towards
liking it, or
Stricker,
is it used
he
golf facts
I
that
think it was
was
I'm
liking
not
it?
sure who it was. Probably him. I think it was him that said that's what the article said. Patrick Reed liking all tweets toward or disparaging towards Stricker or whatever. So I mean that just shows the kind of guy he is, right? You know,
Yeah,
if you don't get picked, just kind of, you know, even though you're disappointed and whatever, keep quiet and just root for Team USA. That's it.
yeah, yeah. Well, no Patrick
You know?
Reed. I mean, he's been on the team since 2014, right? And he kind of didn't play very well in Paris in 2018, and
Yeah. And
basically said a bunch of
then,
shit, and
yeah.
shit kind of went down.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't need
And
that on the team.
no, and that's the thing. Unless he becomes like unless he automatically qualifies, he's not really going to get that many nods to make the team. I don't think, just because of the stories you're hearing.
The
You know?
character
Yeah.
of him, yeah, yeah, the quality of his character, yeah. Well, we know the stories, and we know the ones that we've seen in real life that actually happened right in front of us, right? So, I guess we'll see. I mean, everybody talks about the picks and plays Monday quarterback and whatever quarterback. I mean,
Oh, we'll
everybody
see.
has a
We'll
fucking
see.
opinion. I mean,
Yeah.
really, these guys just got to go out and play. Now, we do have to talk about the European side. We haven't mentioned them on this podcast since we started talking about the Ryder Cup a couple weeks ago. Their team is set. Their three captains picks were Shane Lowry, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Which is
Sergio.
obviously a given, which with the Irish connection with Harrington. So that I'm not surprised by that. Obviously, you're going to take Garcia and obviously Poulter. So to me,
And Ian Poulter, yes.
yeah, to me those were
So
no
the total
brainers.
opposite of the way that
Yeah,
the United States kind of went.
yeah, they're going to be
Should
a good team. They're a good team.
should probably just list out who's on the damn team, right? Because like they have, I think it's only three captains picks and like I guess
Yeah,
9 qualify.
nine
So
qualify.
they
Yeah.
got Paul Casey, Matt Fitzpatrick, Tommy Fleetwood, now Sergio Garcia, Terrell Hatton, Victor Hovland of Norway. Good to see him on well, I mean, not good to see him if you're in the United States side, but Shane Lowry, obviously Rory, Ian Poulter, John Rahm, Bernd Wiesberger makes it, qualifies, as well as Lee Westwood, Westy, back qualifying for the Ryder Cup. Pretty, I mean, pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, it's a solid all-around team. I mean, we have some interesting quotes from Brooks talking about the Ryder Cup, which we'll get into a little bit. But I mean, Dave, what do you think of the European? I mean, on paper, the United States is loaded.
They always are, though. Every Ryder Cup on paper, they dominate Europe,
and we've
looks what
lost 7 of
happens.
9.
Yeah,
7 of 9 Ryder Cups.
I think Europe's going to be tough to beat again.
I mean, we are on home soil, right?
Yeah.
In the United
To
States.
be honest, do I think US is going to win? Yes, but I think it's going to be very close.
Good. I like that. I sometimes struggle to believe that we can pull off something that we should
just because
be
of
able
the home field, I think is going to help.
Yeah. Well, and so far, I mean,
and the course, I feel like the course is going to set up more well for US.
Well, the US will be setting it up, so hopefully they'll use
that
to their advantage.
I guess if they're setting up, they're going to be wide ass fairways, right?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, my buddy played it not too long ago. And
no, I know. I'm just saying that's how they're going to probably set it up, because most of the also the U.S. has bombers that don't really.
Well, they're not
fairways.
Super.
Right?
I mean, you do have to hit the fairways or you're dead. But the fairways are not or they're not ribbons all the time, right? So
well, what they probably won't do is that they're going to make the rough less penalizing.
Be interesting to see how it's set up.
Yeah.
It'd be cool. So obviously Whistling Straits, September 24th through 26th. Dave, do you just said to me offline that you have a wedding on that Saturday?
Saturday, yeah. So I'll miss a little bit of the action.
Well,
but obviously, I'll be missing watching it. Obviously, I'll be following on my phone.
It's also a family wedding, so it's not it's a cousin. We here at Double Cross understand. Just you're gonna bring it with you. You have a phone. You can watch it. But we will definitely get more into Ryder Cup next week when it's Ryder Cup week. Been looking forward to this for the last fucking 3 years, right? 3 years since 2018. So yeah, very, very excited for it. One person on the team that we expect to play is Brooks Koepka, but he's a little bit banged up still. Gave an interview with Golf Digest. Some very interesting quotes. This guy just doesn't give a shit. It appears, and I don't know if you guys haven't checked it out. You guys absolutely should. It's a wide-ranging interview. It talks about Ryder Cup. It talks about his mentality of what he takes on the golf course. Talks a little bit about some Tiger stories, and basically Brooks is just Tiger. Like he just hits his hero. So, which is a smart hero to have. But very, very interesting how he's just like, something about his relationships, how he's like, yeah, I'm just going to focus on golf. So all of that's going to have to basically wait. Just very, it brings up a lot of quotes from other people. Like, I don't know, just a lot of, sports and very interesting interview. Dave, you what do you think when you read the article? What do you think about
I saw I didn't read the whole article. I just saw certain things that were going around Twitter and stuff. The ones that stood out to me was that he thinks he's going to pass Tiger and possibly Jack in majors, and I say there's literally zero chance. Literally zero. He'll be lucky to sniff 8 majors. Yeah, he's 31 and he has, long ways to go, this and that. He's like,
oh, sniff 6.
Yeah. He's like, if I win one a year, I pass Jack. I'm like, okay, first of all, you're not going to win one a year. You're going to go 4, 5, 6 year drought. It's going to happen. Everyone does. And second of all, he's super injury prone right now. He's becoming that guy.
But he's just saying it, Dave. Like,
I understand.
Like,
I understand.
If you gotta believe in yourself. What are you just not gonna? Are you just not gonna tell people how you? I don't know. I guarantee you, he believes that he will do that. Maybe. I'm not saying that he will. Me and you are not saying that he will, right? All I'm saying is that, like, it turns into a story because, like. Then it's like, oh, look at this asshole. He's just saying that he's going to win more majors than Jack. But, like, he's just saying what he truly believes.
Okay, I get that. But then what happens at the end of his career when he's stuck on 5 or 6 and people are like, well, you wouldn't even come close, bud. Like, what the fuck?
I mean, I don't think he cares about anything. Maybe not. I mean, just based on what I got from it, because it gave you a really, I don't know, kind of a different, kind of like a closer look at what who Brooks Koepka is. I mean, some of the photos in there are just mind-blowing, hilarious. But
okay, like, you know what? Besides that, you have to have your belief in yourself. I get it. Great, good luck.
Yeah, Tiger never thought he was going to lose ever. Yeah, right. Because why would you tee it up?
The thing with Tiger is he backed it up 95% of the time. Brooks doesn't. But, like,
Brooks Tiger's 45, right? 45.
I think older. I think he's like 46 or 46, maybe.
45. I think
45. I don't know.
I mean, but, like, Brooks is only 31. That's 14 years in between that. You know what I mean?
He has a long way, tons of opportunities. But Brooks
talks about how he handled majors weeks. He was just like, it's like he just like treats he like chills and like doesn't really do much. It's very interesting.
And that's what he was saying why he doesn't, about the Ryder Cup, how it's just so, it's so different.
Some crazy takes on, eye-opening takes on.
By the sounds of it, it comes across that he's not team guy, doesn't care for those.
He says he's not a team guy.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm just not. I don't have it in my DNA.
And you know what? Whether Tiger would never admit it, Tiger is the same way in that regard. I can guarantee prime Tiger did not give a shit about Ryder Cup.
Oh, no. And we should say, so Brooks said on the record in this interview, said that like the Ryder Cup, it's like it's odd to him that like every week you're playing into you're always doing your own thing, and then all of a sudden you are, I mean, as he was
you're
saying,
told
like,
to be here at this time,
go to a meeting, and you have to do this, and it's really interesting to hear a perspective. I mean, do you think,
I get it, but
do you think
you probably shouldn't say that, whether you believe it or not. You should probably keep it to yourself.
I hear you. Do you think it's possible that people, general like fans, care more about winning the Ryder Cup than the players who are playing in it?
Yeah, I want to say yeah, but then you get players that are like, oh my God, making a putt for your country is the greatest thing. There are players that say that, you know what I mean? So I guess the answer is no, but if you put, like, from my perspective, I would rather win a major any day of the week over win a Ryder Cup or a team event. That's just how I feel personally. Right. And I'm sure there are players that definitely agree with that. And then there are players maybe that just love the Ryder Cup and would rather drain the win and putt for their team. I don't know.
I definitely think that there are people who definitely are.
Definitely Poulter,
right?
You guarantee 100%.
Seems but and then you think back with like the Justin Leonard putt, 99, and and all that stuff. Like it obviously means something to them, especially when you're in the moment.
Yeah.
But all the hype, everything that goes into it, all the analysis, all this, it's really just guys playing golf. It's like you wake up that day.
It's fun. It's a fun. It's obviously intense. It's just
they say atmosphere. That the first tee at the Ryder Cup is like the most nervous like people have ever been. I mean, I'm sure it has that feel, but like at the same time, it's an exhibition, right? And it is supposed to be for the greater good of the game, even though we want to kick Europe's ass, right? But I don't know, man. It just seems like it was an interesting take. I mean, I'm sure there are guys out there who are not team, guys. I mean, I don't know if that's the, I mean, it's exactly with Tiger, right? Exactly with what you were saying. So I don't know. Just, he had some interesting comments, man. The 15 majors thing, I had to just quickly touch on that again, or, passing. I mean, it's a belief, and you got to respect that.
And he went on to say, if Phil came along, say 10 years prior, who knows what, or later career or later. Yeah. I mean, but exactly. mind you, also, if Tiger wasn't pretty much all these years injured, maybe Phil's career wouldn't have been as good as it is still. Tiger would have a lot more years, playing, and his time he probably would have stole maybe a few more. So like,
I see what you're saying. Yeah, I just, there was some, I highly recommend reading it. It really, really a cool thing. I mean, I don't know what.
But one thing Brooks did say, which he's 100% right. He's like, Tiger is the greatest of all time, hands down.
He did
say that.
So he did say that.
Yeah.
He's right about that. He talks about the final round at the Masters in 2019, and how like he was like trying to be aggressive and going for it, and and he was like, as a player, as a competitor, it sucked, but like for me, watching Tiger win,
it's coolest.
It was like it was like cooler than, I think he compared it to like the chip that Tiger hit on 16. Like that's like in Brooks's head, like that's where it is. But he also said that if golf was a game about talking trash, he would be number one, like all the time. So, and he's like, I understand it's a gentleman's game and we don't do that. It's just really, it was a very interesting interview.
See, you know what?
Do you think it comes across like a dick?
he's vocal about his trash talking, but I guarantee there's a lot of players that just keep it on the DL that they're probably great
Yeah,
trash
that
talkers.
don't say anything.
They're
He
probably
also has
great
won
trash talkers.
he's won 4 majors like already.
Yeah.
I don't know. Do you think I don't know. What's your opinion, man? What's your take? Do you think he's a dick for how he approaches
I don't think he's
things,
a dick.
things?
I don't think he's a dick. I think he kind of comes off as super
arrogant.
Super arrogant, and meanwhile yes, he has 4 majors. I get that, but other than that, he hasn't really done anything else.
Right.
But for the in the majors, yeah, he backs up all his talk and everything. He's a great player. There's nothing bad I can really say in that regard. And he gives.
Do you think this rubs people the wrong way?
He does. Yeah, I think for most casuals, he probably just rubs them the wrong way. That's all. But to be honest, I'll take Brooks over Bryson any day now. So
yeah, well, we know that. Yeah. So like we said, I keep saying it. Check it out. It's well worth the read. Geez, man. Okay. Now, I mean, if we're talking about Brooks, I mean, gotta talk about Bryson, right? So Bryson, he's training for a World Long Drive Championship a week after, or a couple days after, a day or two after the Ryder Cup, and he's quoted as saying, his hands are wrecked from training for the World Long Drive. We have a fucking Ryder Cup. I don't know, dude. What is going on here? I mean, do you think Captain Steve Stricker is happy to hear that Bryson his focus is on the World Long Drive when there's a Ryder Cup coming up? Why does he fucking do this?
I don't know. I mean, it's tough to see what his focus is right now. Obviously, he's training for both because he was all this past week training with a bunch of long drive guys I saw on Instagram. So I don't know. I mean, yeah. Then you see the tweet or whatever that he said his hands are killing him or whatever. So it's
wrecked.
Yeah, wrecked. So I don't know. Well, it'd be interesting to see how, maybe Stricker sits him a session or whatever. Just
who's going to play with him?
Brooks. Honestly,
no, it's not happening.
I could see someone like a Finau, maybe a Harris English, someone like that. Yeah.
Very flatline. Very. Yeah.
Maybe even like a Spieth. But I don't think so, but maybe.
Yeah.
But maybe not. Maybe not. I don't know.
We'll see, man. We'll see.
You know what?
Yeah.
Next week we will we'll do our predictions of pairings and we'll see how many we get right.
Oh yeah, that could kind of be like our picks because we're both picking the United States to win. So that's what we know. So anyways, Bryson, what a circus. Got to talk about Monday Night Football, the broadcast with the Mannings, Eli and Peyton, kind of commentating the game as the game was going on in boxes on the side. Dave, did you have a chance to see this broadcast?
I never saw it. I saw little things, and I just heard it was phenomenal.
Yes. So I will say that I caught it in like late fourth quarter into overtime between obviously the Ravens and who actually won the game, the Raiders, and 2 R's. And well, it was a quite an ending to the game. But anyways, the point is that the commentating was actual perspective from people who actually know everything about what's going on while they're watching it. Like Super Bowl winning quarterbacks, brothers, whatever. Plus they had like other guys join. I saw Charles Barkley was on there. And then Russell Wilson was there for the fourth quarter, at least the end of the fourth quarter in overtime. And I was thinking about how cool would it be to have this with golf, man, and just like have like, people who know what the fuck they're talking about like what's actually going on, like what these players are thinking, what's what's happening as it's happening.
Well, I mean, you do have guys that were former players doing the commentary that kind of, you know, say what the players are thinking, like, you know, Faldo, Azinger.
Yeah, but like real, like, but what I'm saying is like real, not just like now TV personalities and have, you know,
kind of, yeah.
I'm just talking about like, you know, people who know the game talking about how they feel about the game while they're watching it.
To me, every sport should have you have your regular commentary
broadcast,
on
right. Your
broadcast.
Regular telecast, right?
Everyone should also have like a 21 plus commentary where you can be raw,
like an SAP button, but like for like swearing or, you know,
everything.
Anything goes.
Just raw, you know, real life, you know, discussion. How, you know, it'll never happen, but I feel like that's what should happen, you know.
Yeah, dude. I
think that's a
great idea.
You know, dudes talking, watching the game, and calling it how it really is.
Exactly. That's kind of how I felt about what they were, but like it was so cool seeing these guys. They're, you know, two of them are retired. You know, they're chilling and they're watching like they're like kids. Like they're they love the fucking game.
And so I'll give you, Aaron Rodgers was on Pat McAfee's show today, and he watches the games on mute. He said whenever he watches a game, he watches it on mute. He doesn't care for the commentary or whatever. He's like, so he saw the Mannings on last night's game and he unmuted it, and he said it's just incredible. He's like, you know,
he actually said that.
So he's like, that's just you know, it's just the guys watching the game. That's how we watch the game. He's like, that's how so he's like, yeah, they were amazing.
Yeah, dude, I highly recommend checking it out on Monday night. I guess whatever Monday night game is next week. I think they're doing it weekly. If I'm not mistaken. Hopefully. Well, anyways, I just thought it would be cool to, you know, throw a couple, you know, I know like not like Golf Channel announcers. Like I'm talking like, you know, like what Phil would do in the booth for a more extended period of time or while watching more of it. You know what I'm saying? When Phil is like kind of like he just kind of takes over the play-by-play because that's just what he does. So I don't know. I understand what you're saying, that there is kind of that with golf, but I wish there was more of it and more like people were talking in their foursomes while they were playing. You know what I mean? I think that'd be cool to like understand like how, like if it's pressure that they feel or like what they're thinking about a shot, just a little bit more in-depth kind of stuff. So, but I think miking up the players is pretty cool. And you know what? I should say that like
it is, but that's not PGA Tour that will go because a lot of players don't like it.
No, what I'm saying is not miking up. I'm saying like when they have like the microphone in the fairway when they pick up the caddy camera, like more of that.
I like
is
that.
Good.
Yeah.
I mean, we should say that, you know, I should say that yes, we're fortunate that the sport that we love to watch, you know, is kind of consumes our life. Like really, you can get really close to the action here, kind of like what they are thinking. I guess what I'm saying, I just wish there was more of it, or you can kind of see it more, you know, kind of have like a different telecast with, you know, some different commentary. Yeah. Anyways, good for the Mannings. Fucking love them. They're awesome. Both of them. Yeah. And they're the whole family. Good for them. So again, I got just real quick mention. Got to congratulate Billy Horschel for winning the BMW Championship. I think that's what it was on the European Tour in Wentworth, and so said he was disappointed he didn't get a call from Steve Stricker during the selection process. Is everybody supposed to get a fucking phone call?
So you know what? I saw that and I made a meme, or not a meme, but I just posted how, you know, same thing. Was everyone supposed to get a call to that? Then I was thinking about it more. I was looking at the rankings, and I think he was like 20th or whatever, and Na was like just under him or something, like 19 or 18, and apparently Na got a call. And then I was looking at, you know, the resumes, and you know, Horschel did win the match play. You know, he obviously won this week, a week too late, but he's had some decent finishes. So then I was thinking, like, you know what? Yeah, maybe he could have got a call. You know, he
Okay.
wasn't that far.
I like how
you know,
you're changing the tune there.
yeah, if you're gonna call Nah or whatever, who's just like maybe a spot ahead of him, and yeah, Horschel, you know, he did win the match play, which is obviously, you know,
A big
a
part of the
Ryder
Ryder
Cup
Cup.
format. I feel like, you know, maybe he could have got a call too. I don't know, but
I'm not saying he doesn't deserve it. I'm just saying, does everyone need a call? That's
no,
all.
and yeah, like you have to draw the line somewhere, right? So it's like,
Right.
yeah, I mean,
Oh,
yeah,
51st, the 51st on the list.
yeah.
What do you got to call me.
So yeah, if I was Horschel, yeah, I would say I'm disappointed, but I don't think he needed to say, oh, I didn't get a call and sound like, you know,
Yeah,
all ups.
come on, man. But good, you know, good win.
Yeah.
That dude,
He's you know what? He's another one that could have been probably a good pick.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, but like we said, I mean, you got to continuously play well, and you know, and who's to say that he won't be on the President's Cup team in next year? You know,
to be honest, one year
year.
I would love just the captain just to throw out like such a wild card pick, like 25th in the rankings, just an oddball that just and then just fucking tears it up at the Ryder Cup.
You know? I mean, it could happen. Has that happened? I don't know.
Mind you, you know what? If US loses this Ryder Cup, I guarantee the next one's going to be some major odd curveballs. I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, we're starting fresh definitely this year. So
might have to get.
I think it's the first year. I think it's the first year that neither. I know Phil's an assistant game, but like I was saying, I think it's the first year that Phil or Tiger are not on the team in like decades. Yeah. You know, or you know. So,
which, to be honest, it's not like they're Ryder Cup records or anything to write home about.
No, remember so they were paired together, and it was just
probably an improvement, to be honest.
Two alpha males, you know. It's yeah. So, but Phil is a team player, and I think Tiger has learned to become a.
He's definitely embraces it now for sure. Yeah. Same with Phil. I think both of them probably.
Yeah.
I think things. Well, I feel like Phil was always kind of into them, but he just didn't play well at them. I don't
know. Phil, there was a good part of Phil's career where he didn't really play very well. So he, because he would always miss those short putts, and eventually, once he won the Masters, I mean, it was. I mean, that guy. He also won a lot as a junior, but like it just changes. That was one thing in the Brooks interview, which I thought was interesting, where he's just like. I kind of started like owning like myself, like, and trying to figure out, I'm trying to understand myself and owning like what I'm doing and owning my swing a couple years, like 4 or 5 years ago. And like the interview was like, that was about the time he started winning majors. He was like, yeah, it's when you understand what you're doing. And that's exactly what happened with Phil. Remember, it was like, when's he ever going to win one? When's he ever going to win one? But here I am going off on a Phil tangent. Tiger, I heard Steve Stricker talk to him, and he's in good spirits or something.
Yeah,
I don't think he's going to be at the Ryder Cup.
No, he won't.
Yeah, not going to be there. But good to hear that he's recovering well.
Yeah,
I think he's just trying to walk, right? Like that's
yeah, and I mean, Tiger doesn't want to put himself out there when he's like, can't walk around on his own. It's just not a good look, and so
totally. So anyways, I mean, so like we were saying, the PGA Tour kicks off this week. Quick turnaround. The Fortnite Championship. No, the Fortinet Championship, which is formerly...
I swear, that's what I thought it was.
I thought it was Fortnite too. I never played the game, but I know everybody knows.
I never played. I saw it. I'm never into it.
Yeah.
Even though I am a gamer, but just not into that kind of game.
Formerly the Safeway Open, which is, of course, at Silverado Resort in Napa, the Johnny Miller special.
Is this here? Is this there as well?
That is there, yes.
Yeah, same course, okay.
Same course. Everything's just different sponsor.
Gotcha.
So surprisingly, there's a pretty decent field here. So John Rahm is in the field. Webb Simpson, Hideki, Kevin Na. Will Zalatoris, then we got a bunch of Camerons, Tringali and Champ, Varner, just couple. Phil's in the field. Phil loves this place too.
Well, sure, it's in his probably backyard since he lives out in California.
If there's wine, Phil is there. So I mean, not gonna go too in depth in the preview. That's the field. Dave, did you have a thought? I know your
Yeah.
season starts.
Speaking of,
I know your season starts at the Farmers, by the way. I know we discussed this because Tiger's season used to start at the Farmers.
Yeah.
But who's your pick next week?
I haven't even thought about it, but honestly, I'm gonna go with Rahm again. I'm gonna go with Rahm until he just starts shitting the bed for a bit. But
I like it. I like the Rahm
or
pick,
not
obviously.
not Kevin Na or Rahm. I'm gonna go with.
He's the favorite. To be honest, oh come on, man. That was my pick.
That's your
I
pick?
just figured he's gonna want to win, and he also has played well at this course before. So, I think he might have something to prove.
Is Kisner playing? No, I doubt it. I don't know if you saw, he played in the Barstool Classic with Riggs. They were partners.
No, I didn't see that.
This past week, and they won. They shot -7. They won the 2-man best ball.
Oh, really? The golfing professional won?
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice. That's cool that he played and that they won, because if they didn't win, they would never hear the end of it.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
what was his handicap? Like a +6?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
Gotta be.
But yeah, they won it. So
good for them. So what else? Yeah. So you're going Rahm, I'm going nah, and you're also going nah. So we'll see what happens. So we have a PGA Tour event, and obviously then the Ryder Cup, and we're excited about that. And well,
we'll dig deep into Ryder Cup next week. So
yeah, we will definitely get Ryder Cup ready next week. But yeah, and obviously we'll recap what happens at I was gonna say Safeway, but at the Fortnite. And but yeah, Dave, good stuff, man. I think that wraps it up. You good with everything?
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah, man. Well, guys, thank you again for hanging with us for another episode of Double Cross. Obviously, you could, YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, tell your friends, anywhere podcasts are sold. Follow us on social media. Dan, Twitch Short. This is Dave at Golfing Jokes. Dave, on behalf of both of us, you have just been double crossed. We are out. Happy PGA Tour season. Peace.